everybody, welcome back to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing well and that you had a great holiday season and a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful new year. My name is Tiffany, in case you are a new viewer. Hi, hello, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. And if you are a returning viewer, hi, how you been? I hope that you guys are doing well. Let's see, today is January 7th. It is, 3 days till my birthday. In my house we have birthday week, so Jay put balloons and streamers all over the house, or the upstairs, for me for my birthday, so hence the balloon. I have not done a video since I released my Brooklyn yarn crawl video sometime in December. My thought process was that with there being so many amazing Vlogmas videos out there, that I would just take a step back and just enjoy Vlogmas and the holiday season and pick back up in January and go from there. So with that said, admin-y stuff, you can find me on Ravelry as Tiffany Loves Yarn, and you can find me on Instagram as Tiff's Inspired Life. Today is not going to be an incredibly long video, and I know I always say that and then it turns out to be like 30 minutes, but this time it's really not. I have 6 things to show you guys. I have pulled an old project out, so I will show you guys that, so technically 7 things. Let's carry on, shall we? All right, so first thing in the show is, let's talk about the elephant in the room. This is the Bright Side by Esprit Tricot Knits, and I'll put the picture right here. I really wanted to make a unique red sweater. I wanted a really unique shade of red, not like a regular common red sweater. And this was what I came up with. If you've seen some of my other videos, then you know that I really wanted to try to knit with Arwetta yarn last year, and so Arwetta just happened to have the most amazing red yarn, and I'll put a picture up here of what the skeins look like. Actually, hold on, because there's a skein right there. 1 second. Okay, as we were. So what I ended up using was the Arwetta Filcolana, and there you go. And I ended up with, I believe I have 2 full skeins plus the skein plus a little ball left over. And this is color number 810. I don't know if you guys will be able to see, but there you go. And it really is a really pretty red. It kind of has like a mottled look to it. It kind of makes me think of bricks, sort of. Yeah. So anyway, this is what I chose. I did not finish this before the trip to Brooklyn. I got as far as 1 sleeve done while I was in New York, and that was it. I got stuck on Sleeve Island. So it wasn't actually until this week that I finished it. And my sleeves are 15 inches long. So what I did was I just broke it down into 5-inch segments, and then I just had to do the ribbing and block it. And I actually blocked it last night. I soaked it in the sink, and then I put it on the dryer to lay flat to dry, and I kind of hung the sleeves off the side of the dryer to give me a little bit of extra, because you guys know I love a sleeve with, you know, extra. I will include some pictures right here of me wearing it so you guys can see what it looks like on, and some close-ups of the detailing. It's just got some simple raglans for the increases right here, and I did the Italian bind off, and I used twisted rib. So let's see. Yeah. Oh, let me go my thumb. There we go. So yeah, I used twisted rib for the cuffs, for the hem, and for the collar. and I used the Italian bind off. And if you've seen some of my other videos, then you know that I recently tried out the Italian bind off on, I believe it was the hem of this sweater, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think that all things should be bound off with Italian bind off because it's so pretty. And once you get like into a rhythm, it's really easy. I was really surprised, and it's super stretchy. So if you are willing to try a sewn bind off, I personally recommend the Italian bind off. It's really nice. The sweater is really soft, and I was really worried about, you know, what the weight of the sweater was going to be like, and how the stitches were going to turn out after I blocked it, because it's really fine, and you knit it on like size 5 needles. See, it's so fine. The whole thing is knit on size 5 needles, and it's like this is like a sock weight yarn. So I was really surprised that it's not, see, it's not as, I've got a burgundy tank top on underneath it, but it's not see-through. So, well, I mean, it is if you go like that, but overall it's really not. So I would definitely make another one of these. I would definitely use Arwetta again to make one of these. So if you want a free sweater pattern and really nice, affordable yarn to make a sweater, I highly recommend the Arwetta and the Bright Side sweater. All right, so that's that. What else have I done? I made one pair of Christmas socks this year. Just regular plain vanilla socks. My mom had given me a skein of this. Check it out. I have a label. It is the Mary Maxim, there we go, Festive Feet. And this one, it doesn't say. Oh, yes, it does. The colorway is called Mistletoe. Focus. There we go. Yeah, so the colorway is called Mistletoe. I just did regular vanilla socks, 2x2 rib. I knit all of my socks on 2.5 millimeter 9-inch circulars, and here they are. They are almost identical. I showed them to Jay, and he was like, oh, they're exactly the same. And I'm like, no, the toe is off by about 2 rows, and I don't know why. But yeah, for my fellow knitters out there, you guys will be able to see the difference and be like, yeah, it's not incredibly noticeable, but it's noticeable enough that you're like, yeah, you're 2 rows off. And I don't know how that happened, because it's the same number of rows and everything, but I don't know, maybe my gauge just changed slightly when I got to that point. I don't know, but these are going to go to my mother. I just did a regular standard heel flap and gusset with the slip stitch heel, which I thought that turned out really cool, the way that it got all of the speckles in the heel, and I ended up with pretty much the whole heel in green except for the last 2 rows. But you can't really, actually, yeah, I guess you would say that the whole heel is in green, because where the burgundy starts, it's actually on the instep. So, but these are going to go to my mom. Actually, all of these are going to go to my mom. So these were my socks that I got finished for this winter. I didn't really, or should I say this Christmas, I didn't really work on any of my other Christmas colors. They're all still in there. I worked on these ones, and I feel like I made one other pair and I gave them to Ninive, possibly. Yeah. Let's see. So the other ones that I made, like I said, they're for my mom, and they're like super luxurious. My mom prefers footy socks over long socks. This one, again, label, I know. This one is a Sin City Knits yarn in the colorway Wild Aces. Or should I say it's from her Wild Aces line. She doesn't actually name her colors. And this one was 85% merino and 15% silk. And I know, merino silk socks, what was I thinking? And actually, that's not all that's in it. There's also stellina in it. But I mean, come on, really? Just look at these. I just wanted to make my mom some cute frou-frou sparkly socks. And she's super excited to get these. And I used the same, where is it? The same pattern that I wrote out, that I created for my brown socks, you know, the ones that I made that have the brown stripes in them, what was it, the New York City colorway? I think they were in my last video. The one that there was 3 of them. There's still 3 of them. The other ball is right here. I still need to make the other sock, but I've already given a pair to my mom, so I've got the lone sock. And my mom has the ones that match, so I'll have the ones that don't match. Anyway, and I actually have a little bit of that mistletoe, the Mary Maxim mistletoe, left over as well. So even though I made her long socks, I still have enough left for something. I don't know. But anyway, back to mom socks. So standard shorty socks, nothing special except the yarn, you know, for socks. Look at that sparkle. Yeah, I just really wanted her to have something frou-frou, so I went off and made her frou-frou socks. The other pair of socks that I made for mom, I used, let me turn this right for you, straighten it out. Okay, this is Acid Veil Dye Works. This is their Mallow Puff. It's 100% superwash merino, and this is what her label looks like. And I don't know if she still has this colorway or not. This is a colorway that she came out with, I don't know, like 6 or 7 years ago. But I loved it so much that I bought, like, I don't know, maybe 7 or 8 skeins of it. And I think I actually still have, I think it's up there in the pinks. I still have 1 more ball of it left. So I used Summer Lee. I used her Thanksgiving socks pattern, and I just took, I'll put a picture right here, and I just took the regular long sock pattern and just turned it into shorty socks, because like I said, that's what my mom prefers. And you use 2 strands held together, and this is what the colorway looks like. And here are the socks. How pretty are those? And they're super thick and squidgy, like, oh my gosh, they're, well, you can see in the ribbing that they're a thick sock. And my mom's feet get cold and really easy, and she lives in northern Florida, where down here in central Florida, where it'll be like, I don't know, right now, well, today it's like almost 80, but last week when we had some cooler weather, it would be like 60 here, and it would be like 40 up there. So thick socks for mom. So yeah, this was the next thing that I worked on in December, and these now can go in the box and go to my mom. So 3 pairs of socks. That's what I did in December. The next thing, 2 things left to show you, and 1 old whip that has come back. Let's see. Okay, so the next thing that I made was this. And this is Petite Knit's hipster hat. And I'll put a picture up here for you. And everyone and his mother has made one, and I really wanted to try to make one because I had made the reversible hat for Jay, and I'll put a picture of it right here. Yeah, I made the reversible hat for Jay, and I didn't like the way the decreases came out. I mean, they came out, but not like exactly like I wanted them to. So the hipster hat has got these really pretty decreases that do this. I don't know if you guys are going to be able to see, but kind of like they're a crescent, you know, kind of like they go like a horseshoe. Anyway, and so I wanted to try to make him the hipster hat. So what I did was I took 2 strands of yarn that I have no idea what they were. I know this was one of them. It's a mom yarn, so no label. It's got a slight haze to it. So, and it's a fingering weight yarn. It's like a brushed yarn. I don't know what it was. And I held it double with this, yeah, which is also a mom yarn. So one is a fingering weight and one is a light fingering weight. This is the light fingering weight. And the pattern calls for DK weight yarn or 2 strands of fingering weight yarn held together. But since I was using a light fingering weight yarn, I was kind of like, I don't know if it's gonna come out the right size, because I did the size for women's for myself. And anyway, it came out this size, this small. And I'm like, okay, I could fit this on a small person, but I don't know, we'll see. Pardon the ponytail. Ah. Even with the ponytail, it gets the job done. So yeah. And yeah, it's not too bad. I made it for, yeah, now we're all a mess, but anyway. Okay, so when I made it, the pattern says you're supposed to make it 8 inches long, but I made it 9 inches long instead. And I'm glad I did, because otherwise I wasn't gonna have the folded brim. And I didn't block it either. I just left it as is because I figured normal wear and tear is gonna stretch it out over time. But I definitely want to make it again because I want to make one for Jay. But now I know that I probably need to knit it to like 10 inches long instead of the 9. And I might even go up a needle size when I make his, because I want to make sure, because like I said in the video with the reversible hat, that he's got a big melon. And the one that I made to go with his coat and stuff for the trip to New York, it fit him, but he didn't have the thick brim on it like he really wanted. And that was with me doing it to pattern. So, and that whole hat was with fingering weight yarn as well, whereas this is the double. So yeah, so pattern modifications, I think I will do it to the 10 inches instead of 9, and maybe go up like just 1 needle size and give it a try and see if that gets me a hat his size. That's that. The only other thing I have been working on is, so you guys, magic knot balls, you got them hanging around your house? Because I do. I think I even have a Christmas one going now. There's a needle stuck in it. Yeah, I even have a Christmas one going. So I decided that I wanted to do a scrappy project, and it's funny because I was on YouTube and somebody had done a short, and she was just making a simple is it the slip stitch? No, not the slip. It's just a regular single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, single crochet, chain 1, but she was doing it the one that it starts at the bottom corner and then it goes out and then you do the decreases down. She was making that one. And hers was really pretty, but she had chosen all of these perfectly coordinating colors and tans and beiges and taupes and creams, and it was just like perfect. And I commented that, oh, I really love your color choices. I really want to make a scrappy blanket, but I'm absolutely terrified that the colors will not come out right and it'll be absolutely hideous. And she actually replied back to me and she was like, oh, just give it a try because, you'd be surprised. So I grabbed a magic knot ball and I looked online and found a free pattern for a granny stripe crochet blanket using fingering weight yarn, because I knew I didn't want to hold it double because I'd already tried a few like that and I didn't like that marled look that I got when you held it like double with a strand of, like, say, white, for example. I didn't like it. So I just wanted a regular fingering weight crocheted blanket. I'll put a picture up here if I remember, to the pattern that I actually ended up using. And then down in the description will be the links and information for all of the patterns that I reference in this video. Anyway, so that pattern said it was a free pattern, so I can say it. Said cast on 217 stitches, use a size F crochet hook, but I decided to still cast on 217, but to use a size E crochet hook. And I am on my third magic knot ball. Number 4 is just about ready. I have 12 mini balls left to add to it, and then this will be the 4th one. This is a magic knot ball that I'm working on for hopefully doing a blanket in all browns and creams and beiges. We'll see. But anyway, so I started this blanket, it was after New Year's, so I've been working on it for about 5 days. And last time I measured it, it was about 30 inches. Where am I? That's the bottom. And here is what we have. How cool is that? Like, I was really surprised. Like, I was like, oh, it's just gonna be like this hideous catastrophe. But actually, it came out really pretty. And yeah, I'm really surprised. I was even kind of like concerned when I had like this one right here of the sunshine yellow, and it created 3 lanes, 3 lines, and I was like, oh, that's going to be glaringly obvious. But then when you take a step back, it doesn't really stick out. So this is like lap size right now, and I figured I would make it long enough that I can wear it, over my lap when I'm sitting in the living room or if I'm sitting on the bed. But I'm gonna finish putting both of these balls in it. I'm stuck. Hey, let go. Why am I stuck? There we go. I'm gonna finish putting both of these balls in it. That should give me a blanket that is about as long as I am tall, and I'm 5'2". So, and then, because then I figured I could fold it, across my lap, and I'll be all warm and toasty. But I'm really, really enjoying it. Like, this is the only thing I want to work on right now, which is crazy considering I was in sock land for ages, and then I lost my sock mojo, and then my sock mojo came back. But right now, this is all I want to work on. I just wanted something simple, and I was going to make the just feel better wrap. I think that's what it's called. I'll put a picture right here. Because I made one of those year before last, and I made it out of all cotton, and I really, really like it. And it's a simple crochet project. It's really enjoyable. But at the same time, I was like, but I'm trying to work through as much of my stash as I can, and a blanket just seemed like a better idea for me. So I'm going to try one in granny stripe, and then I saw yesterday when I was on Ravelry, I came across this really pretty seed stitch scarf that I liked, which sent me down a whole rabbit hole. But randomly then I ended up seeing a picture of a, I think it's a seed stitch blanket. It's a free pattern by Pearl Soho. Okay, picture right here. So I thought that that might be something cool to try knitting, to see if maybe I enjoy knitting a blanket, because that's something I've never done. And it will definitely get me through some of my scraps and stuff, because I still have a box down here that's full. This one is full of scraps, and I have a bin downstairs in the Hobbit closet that's full of scraps. And I weighed some of them yesterday, and they weigh like 30 grams. Some of them are 45 grams. So I figure I could each knock them down to 10-gram balls, or 15 or 12, depending on how many grams are, so I can divide it into an even number, and then just make magic knot balls and see where we go. So yeah, so that's the only thing I want to do right now project. And then I decided that I was going to, you know how I told you guys I have the ottoman? My hair's a mess now. Thanks for the hat. I have the ottoman, and the ottoman is full of projects. The ottoman is no longer full of projects. The projects are now downstairs in the Hobbit closet, because I have started to go on a bit of a minimalist journey. I started like in August, and it's been like a gradual process. But I recently went through a bunch of boxes and bins and got rid of a bunch of stuff and condensed a few collectibles that I really like, and I put them in the ottoman while I ponder what I'm going to do with them. And so I took all of my projects and I put them downstairs in the Hobbit closet. But I had one box, this one. How pretty is this? With its big flowers. Look. And it's got like a linen lid. It has flowers on the inside. So I had, oh, there is something else I've been working on. Oops, I'll show you in a minute. So I had this box sitting downstairs in my living room on my entertainment center because it's white, and this box matched the decor and the aesthetic downstairs. But in it is a sweater that I started, a cardigan that I started a bazillion years ago. And it is for this cardigan. It's called the Camera cardigan. And I started to do this pattern because there is one by Rowan that I really, really want to make that is about this color. And I have the yarn for it. And you use one strand of the fingering weight yarn and one strand of Rowan mohair, and you make the sweater. And the sweater looks exactly like this one. So this was originally supposed to be like my test knit before I actually broke out the Rowan yarn, because since it's mohair, there's really no going back if you make a mistake, especially if you're doing eyelets. So here is my cardigan. Pardon the folded ribbing, it's not cooperating. So this project I had started, and then it ended up in timeout because when I was 11 inches done with my cardigan, I noticed that I had made a mistake in the eyelets, and I had two eyelets that were really, really close together. So I put it in timeout. Then at some point in time, I went back, and I don't remember when, and I pulled out to that mistake, pulled out the mistake, and got my project back on the needles. I don't remember doing it, but I've done it. So the other day I was like, okay, I'm just gonna frog this project. But then when I pulled it out, I'm looking at it and I'm like, I can't find the mistake. And so Ninive and I stood there and we counted all of the eyelets and made sure they were all lined up and facing the right direction. And we're like, oh, well, the mistake is gone. And I'm like, well, it's not 11 inches anymore either. So I might as well just carry on with the pattern. So I am working on this. It's like 254 stitches because it's essentially the whole cardigan. except for the sleeves. And the other reason that I decided that I was going to continue is because this has got like 3/4 length drop sleeves, and they have you make the sleeves first. And my sleeves are done. So I'd have to be pretty silly to not finish it at this point, because there's no sleeve island. Like, there's no sleeve island. It's done. So this is my Blast from the Past project that has come back to life, that I have started to work on. And it would be nice if it was done by Valentine's Day, because then I could wear it for Valentine's Day, but we'll see. But yeah, so that's that. And then the other thing that I have living in here with it, another project that I'm trying to finish, like a random project, and it is for a hat that has no pattern, because it's just a pattern that I made up. And this is it. And yeah, there we go. And I think these are Plymouth yarns. I'm stuck, guys. There we go. Come on, one more time. And these are the colors. And I'm actually on the decreases for this. So I've just started the decreases, and I put stitch markers in for mine, so I don't have to keep track of where I'm decreasing. I just, when I get to the stitch marker, knit two together. So that's where I am on this hat. It's, again, like I said, it doesn't have a pattern. It's just a random one that I created on my own, just to play around with stranded color work. And it's got pretty good give, so I think I did a good job with my color work. But yeah, this is the other thing that I'm working on, and like I said, I just have the decreases, and then this hat is done, and I might actually write out the pattern and stick it in Ravelry for anybody that's interested in a worsted weight, low twist. See, the yarn's got a low twist. Worsted weight, low twist color work hat, and just put it up on Ravelry as a freebie, because that's not been test knit or anything like that. And it really is only coming in one size. So yeah, if anybody's interested, I'll put it up on Ravelry. But that's the other thing that I've been working on, but I haven't been inspired or called to work on it. So it's one of those that whenever I see it, I'm like, all right, well, just let me put a row in, because I'm really just trying to get it done and off the needles. I still have, I think, Mom's socks with the Eye of Partridge heel, the Hermione's Everyday socks. I have the Step Right Up shawl that I've started. It's sitting right there. And I've put something new in the Bright Sides bag. Oh, it's the hot water bottle by Laura Penrose. I chose gingerbread colors for mine, but it's not at a point yet where I can show you guys what it looks like, because it looks kind of crazy. But anyway, next video, I'll show you guys that. And I think, honestly, that's it. Yeah, that's it. All right, so with that said, we are officially all caught back up, and I will get back to recording my one video a week from here on out, and we will see how it goes from there. I hope that you guys have enjoyed this video and this little catch up. I hope that you guys have been inspired to either start a scrappy project or finish those projects that are just hanging around. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Oh, I forgot. If you guys liked this video, please comment, like, or subscribe, because we are trying to grow the channel, and at 300 subscribers, I will do another giveaway. Last time I looked, I think we're at like 174, 175 subscribers. So we're getting there. But anyway, yes, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye for now. Thanks for watching.